good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Heroine Show. We invite you to join us today as we sit and explore the topic of community advocate to elected leader. Our guest speaker with us here today is Stacey Ann Brooks, and we also have my co-host with me, Reverend Blessing. Ladies, I want to welcome you to our episode today, and I hope that we're going to be able to share a lot of information with our guests, with our viewers. So, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. I hope you ladies are nice and warm on this cold day.
I know. I will have to try. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Very cold today.
Well, the topic that we're going to discuss, hopefully that will warm us up and get our juices flowing and make sure that we have a wonderful session. So, Stacey Ann, I would like to start off with you being our guest today. If you can give us a quick bio about yourself so that we get to know a little bit more about you and our audience gets to know a little bit about you as well.
Thank you. I'm happy to do so. So I'm Stacey Ann Brooks. I'm an advocate in the community. I work with youth who faces severe challenges. I do the best I can to support them to have a normal life. It's a very stressful journey, but it's very rewarding, especially knowing that I'm doing it from a place of I want to do it. I want to see them do well. So I'm happy doing it and supporting these kids. I also like to go to the food banks to help other groups of vulnerable people with food security. And I want to say thanks to all those who put forth their efforts to ensure that food is available, and I can go there and help to serve, help to stock the shelves with the food that's going out. Community initiative is very important for me. I'm also a part of the United Achievers Club, where we do scholarship every year. We do outreach in the community, and I get a chance to see firsthand what residents are facing in Brampton. There's so much that we need to get done to ensure that our community is thriving. What else can I say about me? I don't like to sell myself. I like it when people sell me because I feel like, yes, I have touched the heart of someone. I've done something well.
Okay.
So I never normally praise myself or say who I think I am, because that's only thinking for me. But it's what people on the outside perceive me to be that makes me say, yes, this is who I am.
Okay.
Knowing that I know what I have to offer. So if you're looking for someone with integrity, honesty, accountability, transparency, a resilient person who will thrive to achieve anything. Nothing for me is impossible to achieve.
Okay, that's great.
And that's the spirit that I hope my community can adapt from me. Because whatever I do, I always say if I do it, I accomplish it, even just to start it, it's a success. So if I can do it, anyone else can do it.
Absolutely. And with that in mind, as a community advocate who has now transitioned to an elected leader, maybe you can tell us a little bit about when this started, what year this started, and the journey that you're on right now, and how did you qualify and things like that, just so our audience gets a chance to understand how that process works.
Yeah, I'm happy to share that. In 2022, but prior to 2022, living in Brampton as a single mom and with no direction, I felt lonely, not lonely in sense of wanting to have a mate, but lonely in self of community togetherness. I felt like I see my community as in terms of people, but I don't feel the connection. I don't have the places to turn to whenever I'm breaking, before I even reach that breaking stage. And I hear people with the same sentiment, like there's nowhere for us to turn. like, where do we go? There's no organization that I knew of at the time that would console, lead me to a path of success. So for me, I said, you know what, somebody has to change it. I know people said that they're working, and I still feel like too many of us is falling through cracks when there's so many organizations that's representing themselves as supporting the community.
Right.
So I take it on myself, and I said, if the organizations are there, then there's something that's missing. And that something has to do with the political side. Yes, we have a few black representatives in each level, but how effective are they? Is the number of black people who is represented in politics enough to actually make a difference? Because one vote might not make a lot of difference, because you'll need more votes. So you need more people at the seat to break votes, to bring votes along.
I see, okay.
So in 2022, I throw myself into the first political election. And my campaign was an experience that I'll never forget.
Okay.
I didn't get the help I hoped to get when I put my name there, knowing that there were so many people. And I don't care what your background is. But I was looking for my black community
to support you
and support me.
Right.
And I feel like we lost the ball there.
Okay, all right.
I never gave up. My resilience, my work ethic, and knowing me, I'm going to go for it, because I think I need to get it done.
Okay.
And I campaigned. I did 95% of my doors by myself. I take whatever time, night or day, to get the message across. Sometimes visible, sometimes invisible.
Right.
Because at night, there's no, no visible person. So people sleeping, but I take it on me to leave the flyer and hoping that when they woke up in the morning,
that they would see it.
Stacey's flyer.
Right.
And they would realize that this person is not just doing this because she wants her name to be big. She's looking for a big paycheck. I'm doing it because I really want to sit at the table to make change for the residents in Brockton.
Making an impact on the community.
I want people to know that you can be small, as people would see you as not nothing. You're just there as a human. That you can put yourself together, put yourself forward, and do whatever you have to do to reach success, to help make changes for the residents in Brampton.
And I heard, based on what you've done, I heard that something along the line that you were the second winner, if I'm not certain, but maybe you want to clarify that, because I heard something around that.
I'm happy that they didn't say that I came in secondly. So to claim it a second winner is actually what I said. I said, I did not lose this election. I claimed the election that I won the election. You know why I said that? I never had a team.
Oh, okay.
I never had a team. I was a campaign manager. I was everything that a campaign needs to make it become successful.
Right.
And I did it with all the abilities I have. And I came in second behind the incumbent.
Well, that is something to be proud of.
Thank you.
You know,
and I'm so proud, because when I put my name out there, no one knew Stacey. It was probably a handful of people knew of Stacey. And I take it on myself, even when people were casting doubt about my potential of winning, I still said, you know what? I don't care what you're saying, she's saying, I'm doing it to the end of the election. And the result makes me feel like, I won the election.
Well, that's good.
The community lost.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. And that would speak to some of the things that you mentioned earlier, which talks about your passion for community services, right? Because if you didn't have that passion, it would not have led you to where you are right now. So you need to feel very proud of what you've accomplished. It doesn't matter how many people, whether you have a team or don't have a team, you should feel pretty proud of yourself for what you've accomplished. And where you're at right now, you're now going to be able to move forward on that path to make an impact on your community. And that's the most important thing. Reverend Blessing, I know you yourself is involved in the community service as well. So I'm sure you have some words and something that you can of encouragement for her, because I see that you will need some more encouragement as time go by. So do you want to give her a few, instances of from your experience working in the community?
Yeah, could I interject before you?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say that it's okay to talk about what happened, because if you look at the Bible, the Bible have the history from beginning to present. Because even though we're present, Revelation is telling you the things that are going to happen in the last days. So why I'm saying this is that I like to talk about my past.
Okay.
Because the past tells you where you're going, and it tells you if you're weak or if you're strong, because it's what happened in life makes you either weaker, stronger, resilient. It gives you a result.
Absolutely.
So I don't complain that I didn't get help. I just say it so people know, and then we can analyze as a community. I don't care what background you're from. If we had stepped up, we probably would have had better results. We would probably have better representation at the table, to make changes for all of us as a community.
Absolutely.
So I love my past. I love my future, and I love where I'm at. But can I grow? Yes. And I want to grow, and I want to show people that there's a better way of doing stuff, and we can do better when we put the right people at the table.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you were able to share that with us, because now that we're having this episode and there are those online who are hearing you, you'll be pleasantly surprised that you will find the support and that you're needing right now as you continue on this journey. Sometimes it takes one person to come out with that torch and to lead in order for others to follow. So this journey is not always for the swift. It's for those who endure, right? And obviously, as time go by, those traits, those abilities that's needed will come as you go along on this journey, right? So I encourage those online, as you're listening to Stacey and as she's sharing her story with us, that you will then pick up the same kind of energy and follow her as she does this on behalf of not just of herself, but on behalf of Brampton and of the community which you are a part of. So we want to thank you so much for that strength that you have and the courage to continue to do what you're doing. Right now, we're going to take a short break and come back to you. So please stay with us as we continue this wonderful conversation with Stacey. Welcome back to our episode talking with Stacey Ann Brooks as we talk about community advocate to elected leader. We were just talking with Stacey about her passion for community services and what she is hoping to accomplish as she goes on this journey. We would like to continue that conversation and talk about a little bit about what it is that you're looking to accomplish on this journey. Again, not just for yourself, not just for the community, but the community you're representing as well. What are the things that you're looking to accomplish? What are the leadership traits that you feel that you have that will allow you to be able to do that on this journey?
Yeah. Happy to answer your question. First, I'll start with the leadership trait, because if you don't have that, you can't do the rest of the journey.
Right.
So for me, integrity matters. Accountability and transparency and community togetherness. We have to put ourselves there because we want to serve a community that's diverse.
Right.
We can't be there to serve just the ethnic background that we're from. And we must do it so with integrity and dignity to make sure that every human being that lives in Brampton has a fair and equal share to what the city has to offer, to what Canada has to offer. No one should be left behind. Doesn't matter your background, where you're from, because all of us start out from a different angle, a different level. None of us is equal, but we can all live in this community and be successful.
Very good, very good. And I think with what you mentioned earlier in talking about, you're not just representing one race. You talked about you're representing everyone, and I see that you're also doing that through working at the food bank and helping out there and servicing and providing service for people in the food bank, along with also you talked about working with youths as well. So right there we can see your input and your passion as well, and your leadership traits coming in those two areas of service. Would you mind telling us a little bit more about the food banks that you go and help out with and the people that you meet, and how does that encourage you on this journey?
Yeah, so let me start with regeneration. I work at the marketplace for regeneration. It was quite amazing, like, to see the amount of food that comes in. It's also astonishing to see the lineup of people who came to collect their food. They're served with dignity, which I really like. Everyone was pleasant. The people feel comfortable collecting. And I like the setup because we don't just serve, but we allow you to choose what you need to eat. Instead of we say you have to eat this. So that was amazing. At the kitchen section at Regeneration, they serve healthy food. The first time I went there, I was amazed. They got tea, they had their coffee, they had tea, they have eggs, they have bread, they have hot dog, they have fruits, they have drink, and they were well served. They have plates that were washed. Everything was like a restaurant for these people who are so vulnerable, who don't have a place to sleep. So if you don't have a place to sleep, you can't prepare yourself warm food.
Okay.
So that was amazing.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
So, and I love it.
Can I come in on?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if you can
finish the next.
Okay.
It was more than one food bank. So I also went to night table.
Okay.
And I helped to clean the food truck. I didn't work in that kitchen, but I cleaned the food truck that takes the food out, and I also work in the stocking the foods for the people. And then there's Free for All Foundation. At the hub, I would pack the food for them, and then they would take the grocery out and distribute it to different sections. So each places that you go to for the food bank, it's a different experience, but it's a warm and welcoming experience.
Okay, so I know you mentioned a third one I didn't get, but can you mention those three again so that those who may want to go to some of these places and get that service, if you can repeat those three for me again. Regeneration.
Regeneration. And Night Stable. And the Free for All Foundation.
Okay, yes.
Free for all.
Free for all.
Where is someone located?
They have recently moved, so now they're at the hub at on Glidden. I can't remember the number of Glidden. But if you type in Free for All, it will come up on the internet. Yes.
Yeah.
It's well established, so it's online.
Have you heard of Heroine Blessing? Have you heard of any of these food banks?
Yes, I do. Even here in the community,
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to thank you so much for mentioning those, so that those who are there can come out and take part of some of those services as well. You also and as part of this, as I listen to you, I hear that you are.
I think because of time. So can we? There is a question I want to ask her.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So that based on the main, I think that's your heart here. So apart from, I know you have said so many things of what you do. That's what makes you an advocate.
Right.
And actually, for you to choose to be a leader, you must advocate in your community. You must understand the roots and every part of your community which you have established. So our viewers here are listening to you, that you don't just come to say, okay, I want to run this office,
right?
But you have a burden, and you have engaged, served the people. So the question now, I think, Heroine King, is that to know how can the Black community better support emerging leaders like you.
That
someone
is a very
that
good question, yes.
Have a heart for his people. Like she talk about size, power or superpower, or what will I say? your ability to perform does not determined by your size or how they measure you, but it determines by the kind of determination, the kind of heart you have, and what God have built in you, and that I know that you are. Based on the last election, I think that was when I was starting my interview. She started with me there.
Okay, great.
Yes, before we become like this, we were very smaller, right? So I saw the passion. She's very resilient.
Yes,
and she's very passionate. In fact, if she have any support, a little more support, Stacey will go far. Very, very far, right? So that is the question now I think we should look into and brainstorm briefly before our time goes off. How can the Black community, we are in a history month, Black History Month.
Right.
You know, we are not talking about the failures, we are talking about the excellence and how we can do better to support our fellow Black community individual.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe Kim, answer that for me, please.
Well,
Answer so before we come to how can the Black community better support our emerging leader?
You know, I feel that if they can get more access to information, because sometimes the information is out there. There's so much information out there, but it's not information directly directed at what you're doing to help them come and help you with the path that you're on. So maybe there's a way that you can put out more information so that more people in our background can come out and support you. The reason why I had asked you to repeat the names of those food banks, because obviously you're there on different occasions, and that is an opportunity for you to talk to our Black people in our community and to get their support while you're there. You're serving, you're helping, but also let them know what you're doing and you need some help with that as well. You know, get them participating, getting them involved, letting them see that their actions can help result in pushing this a little further. So I feel that a lot of times when you ask our people in our community to help, they may feel that they have nothing to offer, not realizing that they have a lot to offer, right? So I don't know if you know of some ways that you can help put out that information in the community.
I think that brought me to where the question asked that what should community advocate build before entering into politics? Can you tell us the process you take? So then we now look at where are the community people lacking to merge with what you have done?
I can answer that. It's not about what you can build. It's about we recognizing that when we don't support each other, we're ripping the entire community down. If you're building a house, it takes steel, it takes block. If you don't have the steel, you can't start the house. If you don't have the cement, if you're using block, you can't. If you don't have nail and you have the wood, you can't. So some of us is going to be the nail, some of us is going to be the wood, some is going to be the zinc.
Right.
So why I use this analogy, if you're building the house and you don't have everything, the house won't be built. It will start, but it can't finish.
Right.
So as a community, if one person is the zinc, one is the foundation wall, one is a part of the structure, and all of us come together, we can build that house.
Right.
But if the nail is disappearing, you can't finish the job. So what I'm trying to say here, I'm running for the election in 2026.
Okay.
I'm not asking, I'm telling I'm running. I know I'm going to ask everyone who's listening, please come out. We need door knockers. We need to plant signs. We need the story to be out there. I can't do it a second round. It's hard. It's mentally draining.
Right.
So I'm just asking for everyone. If you can contribute money, contribute your time. If you can contribute the money, and if you are a good writer, come on board.
Okay.
Help me to write the pieces, because we need to recheck on everything, right? So we need everyone on board, teachers, lawyers, even laborers. We need kids. Kids can get hours for their school report.
Community hours. Right.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah. So you mentioned some of the things that you need and so on. Can you tell our viewers where can they reach you, or is there a specific location that you're at? Is there an email address or something where they can reach you, get the information that's needed and required in order to give you the support that you need, and also that will educate them? They may have questions that they want to ask. Where can they reach you, connect with you, talk with you, and give you the support and have them come up? Can you share that with us, please?
First of all, don't forget to mention your writing
Yes.
and your writing.
Yes. So go ahead.
First, let me mention the riding. So I'll be running for City Council in Brampton in October 2026 is the election, and my riding, my ward is wards 1 and 5, and that is from the 410 and Queen Street down to Mississauga Road, right on right on Mississauga Road to Bovaird. When you reach Bovaird, you turn right coming back to the 410. So 410, Mississauga Road, Queen Street, and Bovaird. So everything in the middle there.
Okay.
And you can reach me at 647-227-2662. And my email is my name, Stacey A. Brooks @hotmail.ca. So it's STACEYABROOKS @hotmail.ca. Come on, let's get out there, let's get this seat, let's get people inside City Hall that's going to be accountable for your tax dollar.
Okay, that is wonderful. I'm happy that you're able to share that information with individuals, because not only will you be able to will they be able to connect with you and contact you, but they'll be able to ask questions that they may need to ask, and also give you some you may need some financial support as well, so they know where to send that as well. As we wind up this episode, what is one takeaway that you would like to leave our audience with? What is something that you want them to remember as you're on this journey?
I want my audience to remember that we know that we don't like politics, as we say, but it matters. And it's very important to get involved. If you're not at the table, you're going to be the meat in the plate you're going to be eating. So you need to be at the table. We have to have representation and people who cares about people's well-being. So get up, vote, participate, knock doors, do whatever you can so that we can have a successful campaign this time. And we are elected to be at City Hall. And if you're from another race, please join us. I'm here to serve the residents of Brampton. Everyone is included.
Okay, all right. That's wonderful, and thank you so much for sharing that with us today and sharing with our audience as well. We want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and sit with us and to educate us, to encourage us as we follow you on this this walk of an elected leader. And just wanting you to know that we commend you for this journey that you're on.
Well, thank you also. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my advice for you that just keep doing what you're doing. You are very determined, and I believe that this time everything will make room for you.
Right. As Bob Marley said.
And I want us to believe that our community are going to get involved this time.
Yes.
And you also, I was actually coming to see that, to mention some of those things that will limit the community and what the things that you should do. One of them is that keep telling, keep talking.
Yes.
And one good thing about you that you start on time.
Yes.
Right? You step out already there. Just keep. Don't be ashamed of anything. Tell anybody, anytime, anywhere, that this is what you're out for. And I believe that will be out for you.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Your resilience, your passion, your grit, which you've shown us as you're talking, those are very powerful strengths that you have, which will help you on this journey that you decide to take.
Thank you so much.
Okay? So thank you so much.
So what would be one thing you would tell them? Have you asked her already?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
And
you
she
did?
did.
Okay.
She did. I know. It went by so quickly, but I did ask her, and she did mention it.
Okay,
so
so
it's
let's
just
go.
for us to continue to encourage you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Don't forget
To
Don't
Forget the heroine and heroes in you. Let's say that one more time. Don't forget the hero and heroine in you.
And you are the heroine.
Yes, you are. Woo. Okay.